I want to talk briefly about networking because it's so important, and my network has absolutely exploded recently, and I want to tell you what I think the key to that was. So many people, when you talk about networking, you think of a college networking event where all the college kids are running around the room, shaking hands and with their hands out saying, help me, help me, help me. What kind of job can you get me? What can you do for me? Or reaching out to local business owners and saying, hey, would you meet with me for coffee so I can pick your brain so you can help me. And so many people say, like, the key to life is networking, the key to business is networking, the key to success is networking. It's all about who you know. And there's some truth to that. What I'm about to say is controversial, and what I'm about to say is not always right. There's some nuance to this subject. But listen when I tell you that you do not build a network. You earn a network. My network, I was there. I was in college. I would show up at 6 o'clock for this happy hour and this meet and greet and this, and I was always going around shaking hands and trying to meet people and picking their brains and having a bunch of conversations. And I did get some benefit out of that. But the years drug on, and I continued to do this, and I realized that, shoot, I know a lot of people, but I haven't added a lot of value to their lives, and they haven't added a lot of value to mine. We haven't had a working value swap. And when you think about networking, when you think about relationships, every relationship is hinged on value. It's hinged on a mutually beneficial relationship. And it sounds so corporate, it makes me sound ridiculous when I say that, but every relationship, me and my wife, we work well because I make her life better and she makes my life better. She makes me a better person, and my goal is to make her the best version of herself. Same with your friends. I want friends who I can help and they can become better, but also that make me better, that bring me up. I don't want friends that bring me down into bad habits, bad hobbies, unhealthy practices, whatever it may be. And you'll actually be surprised at how many people in your life have that negative, you know who they are, that have that negative impact on you. Sometimes you can't even explain it. Sometimes it's an unhealthy habit like drinking or drugging or whatever. Other times it's just a uneasy emotional, they don't make you feel good about yourself. And that's a big one too. My wife builds me up. My wife makes me feel strong and healthy and happy. And I do the same to her, and I do the same to all my friends. I try to make their life better because they met me. But a lot of relationships don't have that. And when you're just running around a networking event without anything to bring to the table, it's really hard to build a network. It's really hard to have things that impact other people and have events come from those things that impact your life in a better way. So I'm going to tell you some advice that's controversial. Stop worrying about your network for a little while. Stop going to networking events with your hand out and build something, do something. Become an expert at something. Because if you become an expert at something, your network will take care of itself. Obviously, you still have to work at it. Obviously, you still have to get out to events. Obviously, you still have to shake hands. Obviously, you still have to set up phone dates, Zoom dates, whatever. But if you have a resume, if you've built something, if you've done something, then your network will take care of itself and people will come to you. An example, I'll give you myself as an example. When I was running around to these networking events back in 2010, 2009, I was just a kid. I was just a college student. I didn't know anything. I didn't know how to do anything. And my network kind of reflected that. The people who were doing important things couldn't be bothered with me because it was their job to drag me up. I brought nothing to the table. And in a way, some people are selfish, right? They want a mutually beneficial relationship. So if you don't bring anything to the table, I don't have time. I'm sorry. I need to go take care of me first. So then we started our business. We got some resources. We got some employees. We got some experience to where we knew some things. We could talk about some things. We could shed light on things. We had interesting ways of thinking about things. And then we made some money. And then we started doing self-storage real estate development. And after a while, we became known. When we would meet people, we would talk about what we did. People would find out about what we did through a partner or whatever. And all of a sudden, I became an expert at self-storage. And when you become an expert at something, your network suddenly finds a way to grow and get really valuable. And it happened just like that. I almost stopped focusing on the networking for a while, but then I got really good at self-storage. We had built a successful project. It was worth a lot more than what we spent to build it. We got good at operations. We knew how to pick a site where a self-storage facility would succeed. And then the network started exploding. People started calling me out of the blue and saying, hey, Nick, I'm a real estate developer in Miami, and I have a building here that I was thinking about self-storage. I'm friends with so-and-so, and he's actually worked with you in the past. He invested in one of your deals, or he met you at a meeting and he had a conversation with you, or you sat down and had coffee with him, and he told me to call you, wondering if you wanted to possibly do something together, if you wanted to possibly operate this thing, have part ownership in it, whatever. That's when the network for me absolutely exploded. Now I'm doing self-storage consulting for people for $500 an hour. Now I'm meeting people who want to do deals together, who are big movers and shakers. I'm starting to meet all these people all of a sudden, and it's not a coincidence. So if you're small and you're just starting out and you don't necessarily have a skill, that's fine. You should still make time to meet new people, try to make their lives better, try to help them, go into every relationship with the goal to help somebody else. And then, if you're an unselfish networker, if you don't just run around saying, help me, help me, help me with your hand out, you're going to succeed a lot better. And if you help the right people, all of a sudden you'll have value and you'll have that experience, right? That they're one and the same. But stop what you're doing and build something. Stop what you're doing, start a business, grow that business, set that business up, get the experience with that business, and then all of a sudden you're the expert in that business. You build a moving company like Max Maher came on my show many times, and now he's the expert of moving companies, and he's getting opportunities thrown his way left and right, and his network is exploding because everybody knows he's very good at running and launching a moving company. Same thing goes for anything that you decide to do. Go do it, get some experience, get a resume, get something that you're really, really good at so that you bring something to the table when it comes time to network, and the rest will take care of itself. So the common misconception is it's all about who you know. Build a network. The network. If you want to succeed, make sure you know everybody. Wrong. The key to networking, the key to success is building a network, and you build it, you earn it. You earn the network. You earn it by getting good at something and accomplishing something. You earn it, right? You don't build it. You don't go out and just find it, and it doesn't just come to you. You earn it, right? So get out there and do it, and take this for what it's worth. Again, I'm just a guy. Don't know what the heck I'm talking about in this life. I'm just doing the best I can with the situations that are brought up in front of me, trying to make the most of it, and I'm sharing it with you. So if it helps you, fine. And if you think that what I'm saying doesn't make any sense, ignore it, because it probably doesn't.